Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, worldwide. Renegade there, the man not afraid. Man not the wilderness. Keep it real and honest, running no tabloid. All right, so we see the Nurses Association president crush Andrew Holness and him lies, you know. Yes. He used a word, some people cut off the word. Some people cut off the word, but now I'll show you the word we use. Yeah? Him use a word, same always have the impression, and the impression say nurses short at Jamaica. When you use the word always have that impression, it means he must say him have the impression, but it's not true. We're good. I'm going to put up the meaning and I'm going to play it. Some people cut it off, you know. But that's him say. That's him say. Him always have the impression. This is what him say. Under the impression. Under impression. Me really look at it. Now this him say. Being under the impression means believing and assuming something is true. People frequently use the phrase when that initial belief turns out to be wrong. So him use the phrase. Some people are cut it off. Now I play the whole thing with him. When him knew a lie might come with, but the nurse shut him up. Shut him up. Yes, shut him up. Him always under the impression that say, you know, nurse is short. So when he use the phrase, he might say, okay, so we're good. But the nurse whap him. I'm gonna play it. You know, some people cut off when say, but remember, you know, the meaning of the word. Or use the word, you know, so well, this guy like twist. And the nurse hold him, the nurse hold him foot to the fire. So I'm gonna play the one of that, and then I'm going at some things in the hospital and nurses. Because what them do is just twist things, you know, 10 years plus. Yeah, but yeah, say man, we say about some wicked fire yesterday. Yeah, new traffic, you mean rally. You don't know it go already, rally. We make some talk for fin of the week coming, you know. So everything lock and seal already, me tell them that the week. But me I hear talk half here. Say it, brother. Yeah, man. So me tell them say another weekend, couple days time. You do what you do and we do what them do, you know. So them good, not say nothing else. So I'm always under impression. So I'm gonna play that and make you hear it right now. Can I like play my thing, I like cut it off. Because I say, Mark Golin, yeah man, call me. I say, Golin make a speech, you know, about the port and them cut it and I send it round. I don't do that. I play the thing where him say. You understand? You look up the meaning. So you see where him that come with and the nurse cut him off. Here when him talk to him, so I go in a longer version, you know. I go in a little thing where them play all over the place. Not me. I get a longer version. Watch this. Watch this.
Under the impression that we don't have enough healthcare professionals. We've recently
We have never had enough, sir. And that
I'm always under the impression, so we don't have enough. I'm going to show you the meaning of. You understand? I tell you so we have enough. I'm going to put up a tough tongue here. I'm going to put up the meaning again. I flap him right there, sir. Dr. Tough Tongue. Dr. Tough Tongue. Like this. Lies. Nurse. Returning. Dr. Tough Tongue lies. All right, let me draw up this. Let me draw up this thing here. Let me draw up this. I want you to see this. See? So when you hear what I'm just saying, when you hear it for yourself. So you have some people cut off that. You don't need to cut off nothing. You understand? So him want to say, him always under the impression, but it's a lie. We're good. I flap him, you know. Flap. Let me put up this first. See it by my screen here. See it by my screen. Andrew, you flap, you know. Being under impression means believing or assuming something is true. People frequently use this phrase when it initially believed turn out to be wrong, misunderstood or based on incomplete information. So him say always under this, the impression so we don't have enough nurse. But it's lie. So I'm going to tell us a lie. In front of the nurse now, the man want to come tell lie. And she whap him same time. You notice, but hold him by him own word, You notice him use the word and use it. I always under the impression that we don't have enough nurses. So them use the word, that means I'm not true, See in front of you there. That's why I use the word. Yeah? All right, I come move it on here with the nurse. She whap him same time, Whap him. Andrew the lioness thing, man, very dangerous. See? You have to fact check him. I love nursing me and shake your hand, me like that. You have to tell him the truth. And no want to listen to the nurses, them no attack because she carry some other nurse. And Lasco, the guy that chin with the dead, him did establish a Lasco something and then with the nurses, them way, with appreciation when him deal with them. So Andrew, run out with him lie now and think it can go through. Hear this. Him flop. Hear this. Put it up.
Yes. Time gone by, it would have been.
Rewind one, sir.
I've always been under the impression that we don't have enough healthcare professionals. We've recently
We have never had enough, sir. And that
I'm always under the impression that we don't have enough healthcare. You can't use that word. That means a lie. We just under the impression, but not no go so. She flap him wicked. She said we don't have enough, sir. We never have enough. Tell me, was I always under the impression that we don't have enough healthcare? But me look, you see that more of them people, and some more people chat to eat, Eat. IT. Andrew. Yes, IT. Jamaican Pablo. Yeah? I am always under the impression that we don't have enough healthcare. But if that means matter, and yes, still, if me under the impression about something, it will turn out to be false. The opposite. Me under the impression, but it turned out to be a lie. So, at that time, I bring to the nurse them now. And at this, him didn't want to spread him like, so she shut him up, him like, yes. Yes. You're nastiness, you. Yeah? Who want to put line at the people they made? She whap him. And you have yet some nurse and liars and things to, Some people are cut off that Wednesday, but them don't realize the guy has said, it was just him under the impression, so we don't have it. But them there, we're good. And him see how the hospital around, him shouldn't even use the word. I was always under the impression. Yeah? Was always under the impression that we don't have enough healthcare. But it turned out to be, because when you use that word, that means you say, well, me under the impression, say, that guy the good, but him turned out to be a criminal. Jamaica some JLP did under the impression, so Andrew did good. But him turned out to be a con man and a fake and the lie, they sting. So, one and two of them under the impression, same way say Andrew right now himself. Andrew not right now himself. Andrew not run the country. Andrew destroy the country. You know what Andrew do? The lady will write me. We show our respect. Because when you show respect, we show your respect. And when them not rude now with this them, because we not take talk. See? We see him Anakin. We say, she have to do fact checking and that put around here, man. And we, talk about these things. And that the media house is supposed to do. Them should have the fact check like yeah. Yes, Byron.
Pleasant morning, my brother, to you and your audiences.
Yeah, yes, brother. Oh, yes.
I love your take on that, but it is just wonderful to know that the nurse pushed back on the narrative that Andrew Holness wanted to shape. Just imagine,
yes.
The dilapidated hospitals and the healthcare system that we have. Andrew Holness wants to come out and shape a narrative that, one would under the impression that we don't have as much nurses or whatever. That is not true. That is what he wanted to come out with. But the nurse said, no, we are not into the political gimmickry. We are not into the lie and the deceit.
Yes.
You understand? Stop it right here and now. And that nurse to be applauded, right? Not to involve in Andrew Holness semantics, but we could go far beyond this now, Lonesome, and put things in context, because context matters. Now, when we look at Andrew Holness administration in government for 10 years, I want people to wrestle with that in their cranium. 10 years. Now, where am I going? We have heard Christopher Tufton on the campaign trail said, never in the history, right, of healthcare budget that we had extended the budget from $64 billion to $143 billion. And he said that on the campaign, right? He said that on press conferences, press releases, and all of that, and then go on with them things and go on with them things.
Yes.
You know, while he has been selling that way, the Auditor General is saying to Jamaica that, look, there is a crisis in the healthcare, right? This is what the Auditor General is saying. While Christopher Tufton is saying that $160 billion, no other government has spent that, you understand, as it relates to healthcare budget. The Auditor General is saying that there's a problem in healthcare. And what's the problem in healthcare? Guess what the Auditor General is saying? More than $600 billion unaccounted for.
Yes.
More than $600 billion unaccounted for. So let us put things in context. Now, so to put things in context, we go to the foundation in terms of including the People's National Party to compare and to contrast good government as it relates to healthcare. Under the People's National Party, led by none other, right, than our erudite Portia Simpson.
Yes.
Now, the budget that Portia Simpson utilized during her tenure was $64 billion. Now, let us look at that. But guess what? We did not have a travel advisory.
No.
Right? At level 3, right? Under Portia Simpson. We did not have that.
No.
We did.
No.
Okay. And the reason why we did not have that now, so we have to explain the reason why we did not have that. Because the healthcare was standing up. Right? It wasn't the best of the best, but it was standing up as it relates to, right, adequate bed spaces.
Yes.
Right? Certain things as it relates to equipment, you understand, and medication, you understand, were accessible. Right? Now, watch this.
Yes.
No one during the Portia Simpson time where any operation was done in on the was up to complete on the floor. Where patients, you know, went to the hospital, right, and many of them has to spread cardboards on the floor and so forth and so forth. We have seen all the videos here. And you wonder now to yourself, how did Portia Simpson do it? This is a miracle when you compare Portia Simpson leadership as it relates to her touch on healthcare and Andrew Holness leadership as it relates to his touch on healthcare. So we're talking about Shutdown under the PNP, and we're talking about Shutdown under the GLP. Now, come on. You have never heard of any rumor pertaining to Shutdown. You understand that $800 million was given, right, to a female acquaintance that has done nothing, no form of improvement, right? And that $800 million, you understand, rigged with nepotism, cronyism, and Scott Dugry, and the list goes on. Right? We know the whole drama surrounding that. But let us move a little bit further. Let us move a little bit further. Right? The amount of atrocities, right, that under the LTR, under the Jamaica Labour Party, right, is just unbelievable. Would you ask yourself the question? How could jail that has the physical space as it relates to the availability of such strong budget, $147, right, $1 billion, but yet could not and cannot compare with a Porter Simpson budget of $64 billion. So what is the problem? Let us go to it. What is the problem? You know what is the problem, Wayne? Let me tell you what is the problem, and let me tell Jamaica what is the problem. The problem lies within the recent Integrity Commission Auditor General yearly report. Let me talk to them now, Wayne. Let me just have their attention. The Integrity Commission yearly, report is saying to Jamaica, look, Jamaica, you have a crisis here. And also reflecting parallelity with the Auditor General is saying to Jamaica that, the government has a $3 trillion crisis. So let us look at what the Integrity Commission investigators are saying that go parallel with what the Auditor General is saying. Here, you have the Auditor General is giving a reflection of $3 trillion crisis. And here, the Integrity Commission investigators are saying, look, we have 15 members of Parliament under investigation for illicit enrichment. For what we had? Illicit enrichment. So we now look at this. What is going on here? Let's ask the question, what is going on here? The Auditor General is talking about $3 trillion accountability crisis. And simultaneously, the Integrity Commission investigators, they are talking about 15 politicians, members of Parliament, you understand, under the Andrew Holness administration, within the Andrew Holness executive. But let us stretch the surveillance a little bit further. Let us put up the scope closer to our eyes. What do we see? And let us begin with none other than the mastermind, the Prime Minister. Let us go back now to the Auditor General report. The Auditor General report speaking about the office of the Prime Minister. When the office of the Prime Minister cannot give an account for 30 billion Jamaican dollars. Hey, let me repeat that. The office of the Prime Minister. Hold on. Let us dress back. Let us dress back a little. When Porter Simpson was in power, P.J. Patterson was in power. Right? Bruce Golding was in power. Edward Siaga was in power.
Yes.
Michael Manley was in power. Norman Manley was in power. Have we heard any time at all where anyone of those administration as an accountability crisis where the office of the Prime Minister? I want people to follow me this morning because this morning is a very critical morning where people must wake up. You understand? And let us stop from being polarized and think of what is happening to Jamaica. And so when I look at that way, what seems to be the order of the day? Andrew Holness' behavior is unprecedented. This is the adjective that is going to describe Andrew Holness in comparison with other prime ministers running their administration. Unprecedented that under Andrew Holness, he bring the Prime Minister's office in disrepute. In disrepute. The Prime Minister's office cannot give an account for more than $30 billion. This is a crime shame. No, let us push.
Hold on, Byron. Patrick? Yes, brother. Hold on, Byron.
Yeah, man.
What going on, sir?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I was outside tight and this is Byron. Walk along.
Yeah.
But you see where I'm going here, so Byron, I hammer them, man. Where they are going, hammer them in, brother.
Yes, right.
Yeah, man.
But the Prime Minister, but the Prime Minister, you never check with him, Minister of Health, about the nurses, man.
Who, him? Remember saying no sense, Snyder, I know. Byron, you know saying no sense, so true.
Exactly.
Let me tell you what they do. When Patrick and Byron, Andrew Holness, that's what I say, I be a lie them telling you. I know joke me, Andrew, you watch me, I'm never tell you the truth. You Byron, I come here, you hear Patrick call me, I come by you. And then Mikey call the same thing. When them speak, it come like how them have the deported. When him open him mouth, man say one thing, Tough Tongue I say another thing. And if him put Dora Dixon, she say another thing. Because I be a lie, them tell. Them just run on the Cuban them. Yeah, because the Marco Rubio. And then them try to twist that too. The man fly, go up 3/4 way around the world. First class, him fly local in Jamaica, go to New York. And first class from New York for Dubai, and then go down to Philippines, and then go India. So them have fly go India and the while. I don't know where them have been in India, so. And come back empty and did that a tough tongue. You understand?
Yeah,
So I feel them thing, but him come up with lies. And you hear what I'm saying? I was always under the impression that mean, brother.
I'm telling you, man, that nurse, they bring him into sharp focus, you know. She have to stop him in them tracks, you know.
Because you use the word under the impression that mean, he might tell me say, that mean it was not true. It's a lie. Him just under impression, but it turned out to be fast, Jamaica okay. And that him say, you know, this how, you understand, Byron? This is how the guy use lies and twist it.
And you're precisely correct. You are precisely correct in terms of that determination. And that is one of the reasons why, you know, the nurse, because the nurse was so upset. How could this man, you understand, wanting to sell this lie to the Jamaican? But what the nurse is saying, that I am not going to allow you to do that, because that is evil and wicked. That is what the nurse is saying to him, you know. The nurse is saying to him, because if you notice, right, it's just Patrick, look up yourself, my brother. If you notice,
yeah, man.
when the nurse,
yes, sir, you're correct. You're correct, sir.
Yes, man. And Patrick, watch this now, Patrick. You notice when he took over the floor and wanted to articulate his lies, right? The nurse just cut him immediately because he's surprised, you know, the nurse. The nurse stop him in them tracks, Patrick, by saying, look here, come on. Right, enough is enough. Stop it. You understand? Because your administration is a disgrace. Stop it. You understand? We have been having this problem of shortages of nurses. And what the nurses also say to him, that the issue in terms of the nurses being underpaid, you understand, is part and part of the reasons why nurses are leaving. While you collect 200%, you understand, as it relates to an economy that cannot sustain those salaries. The economy is vulnerable, the economy is fragile and weak. How dare you that you see a weak economy like this and you said you are fighting for the people? Let me show you something, Patrick, on way.
Yeah.
To show you that this man is a monster, this man is horrible, this man is a criminal, and I'm not going to say, let me give you a significant, you understand, example that I want to point out to Jamaica. For Andrew Holness to be looking on the Jamaican economy that is fragile, weak, cannot sustain And what people don't understand enough, in Andrew Holness' household, Andrew Holness' household, Andrew Holness is taking home $28 million. How much Juliet Holness is taking home? People, let me ask you a question again. If people considering the factor as it relates to what Andrew Holness' household is taking home monthly, Andrew Holness' household is taking home monthly over $50 million. So by any month, Andrew Holness can buy a house. Every month, Andrew Holness can buy a house. This is how wicked the man is. All right, hold on. Let me show a perfect example. Let us take Jamaica mine, right, to the Sahel nation as it relates to Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traoré. When Ibrahim Traoré took over power, one of the first things that Ibrahim Traoré did was to do what? Roll back the politician here. Roll it back. Because you know what Ibrahim Traoré said? Ibrahim Traoré said the economy cannot sustain such pay. And you know what he did? He took back, right? I think it was either 20 or 30% from all politicians and gave it to civil workers who were doing the job. This is who you call a visionary, a leader who cares for his people. Now let me say this.
No, we can't go Barbados still, Byron. We can't go Barbados still.
Let me see the point.
Yes.
Let us contrast, because I am comparing Ibrahim Traoré to this vicious nigger here.
Yes.
Let me say this. Let us ask the world who are listening to us how long Ibrahim Traoré is in power. We can talk to me.
Around 2022, 23. No, just look a while. Just know. Just
so
3 look a year.
Roughly about 3 years.
Yes.
Roughly about 3 years, Ibrahim Traoré in power.
Yes.
Let us ask ourselves the question. How long Andrew Holness in power?
10 plus. 10 plus years.
Let us ask the next question. I'm not going to go as it relates to the development of within the economic space. You know.
Yes.
I want here and to touch and mash him down now, Mash him down. How long Andrew Holness administration started refurbish and Canal Regional Hospital? When did they start?
The same time, because time come in. And I'm not done.
They started in 2017.
Yeah, because time come in, yeah.
They started refurbishing 2017 Canal Regional Hospital. Now, let us do a reflection where people can see what we are saying. The
pinnacle. Finishing that 1 year.
The pinnacle in St. James.
Yeah.
Where government just involved in the pinnacle. Right? The pinnacle started partially 2 years. The pinnacle project is more advanced and more difficult than Carmel Regional Hospital.
Yes.
But yet the pinnacle project partially completed within 2 years. 2 years Jamaica. Now listen to what I am saying, Jamaica. The pinnacle project almost completed within 2 years.
Yes.
And they are not doing refurbishing. They are doing, particularly in starting the foundation, you have to do what you call piling. Send tall piles. You understand? Deep beneath. You understand the foundation. You understand? And build strong foundation from there. You understand? And pinnacle that it was more complex. Take 2 years. So let me ask a question. Jamaican is something wrong with Andrew Holness.
Andrew, let me tell you again, Byron. Andrew is just a guy where, them just use PR. Them lie, them go to people. And that hurt me, Every time him go to people like you go and he make a paper overseas write him up. You know, Jamaica is a superpower. Bullshit. Then you go now, you go to Europe, go make them write to Jamaica the best island, the most peaceful island they can. Bullshit. Look what the police are doing, look what I do. You see people are dead left, right, and center. You have some peaceful island. People not dead there. When one death happen, a big thing. And that's so it's still all year round. Jamaica can be the most peaceful island. We go a lot of the islands then. Travel to a lot of them. So him couldn't tell me that. And then they put out the voucher. Just less than a week now. And it show you Jamaica rank at the last. Because the 3 worst island right now in the Caribbean is Jamaica, Haiti, and Trinidad. Not any one of them ranking there. So but Andrew does to, you know, him does to garbage all the while and put out, even with the statistic, you know, you have over 700, all right, stat itself, put out over 700,000 people, you say underemployed, but you still, you say 50,000 look job different from that. So, we're full, everybody at work. You don't have job for put the 700,000 people. Because private sector cannot take them in. Me not ask. Them not building new factories. The foreign minister should engage US and Canada and Europe to get some of these kind of factories in instead of go to China and get the people them employed. But no. These people have to eat, them have to sleep, them have to drink, them have to do everything, them have kids too, them have to also some of them HIV and the rise. Go back to Shutdown. And Shutdown himself say it. Me have to play it. Come line them up, me have to play it. Him himself say it. You understand? HIV and the rise. Thousands of Jamaica know HIV positive. Thousands. Eh? It's a lawless country. But this guy somehow just push out and nobody fact check him. We have fact check him. I will thank for the nurse when she come out and say this. Come and have it in around 18 minutes. I have, you know. I have 23 minutes at the whole thing.
Stick up in here.
Yes.
Byron alone, sir.
Yes.
I would have liked to delve more into this nurse issue, you know. I'm here to say about 18 minutes what I think.
I have 23, but I have 18 minutes side. When she talk to him, I will play it and make it hear it.
Kind of see, right? You know what I mean, Byron? To hear exactly.
What she said, all right, never play it.
What the focus is.
Never play it, I'm gonna hear it. Never play it. Because when it come out.
Anyway, gentlemen, Byron.
Yes.
Lonzo.
Yes. All right. Respect, my brother. Respect.
Blessings.
Yeah. Bless up, brother. So this is what Andrew only always to Byron. Saying him come out and him twist things and then him have some million and run with it. That is not reality. Same the next thing before we go back to the nurses. We just avail us a little. Somebody asked me in a make a comment that say, you know, statistic and thing when Anna King. I'm show the person last night. Can I just run off that? I'm show them last night. When they tell me about the reserve, I'm show them what the reserve for. Andrew himself come out when Petrodam come out and say, well, we in a trouble, you know, that. But yes, still just 2 months before. Yeah, the finance minister, and we can really stop them, cannot honor them build that reserve. The government not put money in the reserve. It's not for them. You understand? The Bank of Jamaica, you know, you have an act there where it's separated. Same like how you have the NHT and them thing that they make them own collaterals. Them sell, them buy and sell foreign exchange. Them charge these bank a fee and things so them have money. You understand? So so it build up another. The government are going good, so them build up the reserve. Them use that now and say, we have the biggest reserve. Don't follow them with this garbage. So when the borrow $6.8 billion, if him could have used it, the senior deputy governor come out and say, no, the government can't come touch that money, you know. It can't use. Because all them did a boast on it. It made John Mahfood come out and say, well, you have so much money in reserve, use it. And them have to come out and straight him and say it can't use so that I push up an interest rate and mash up the country. The government can't use the money like that. Them have to come up with something like what them do with the NHT and try extract money from it. You have to understand how it run and them remember them a piece a part of the PSI what name? PIOJ. Yes. You understand them to go away. But Andrew, use these things all the time and mislead people. You can have over nearly 750,000 more than that. People not working. Them have kids, them have family. And you're just X them out and talk about you the 3 point and Jamaica full we come with bullshit. These people not working. And that's it. And you look at it and then put it out, but then put a word under employment. All the people them now seek job. When we talk to people, them have job, them not have no job. No job, no dead. And me I tell you, if Grace Kennedy got everything got joke, see, Mega Mart them show close on 2 places. Couple hundred people lose them job just now. Right? You think Grace Kennedy can take up and take 20,000 people and hire them right now? It's a flop them not gonna pay people free money. And that is a mash them up. Yeah? No new factories are nothing. So when Andrea come up, all of these are lies. And who know about when I labor right and I follow him with them lies when they put out something like the man truthful. He's not truthful, he's a liar. He's a piece of shit. Them for stop trick the people in Jamaica. Straight up. Now I play the nurse. Now I play it. I hear it. Hear part of it, Byron. Hear this. Hear just stop him and tell him the truth. Hear this.
I've always been under the impression that we don't have enough healthcare professionals. We've recently
We have never had enough, sir. And that is a reality.
Yeah.
Time gone by, it would have been because we didn't train enough. Then we were training enough, but we're not paying enough, so people were leaving. And people are still leaving. Because I would have articulated in the local space that people don't leave for money only. People leave for opportunities.
Yeah.
And people leave for some basic things, sir. People leave. I have a child who is special needs. Jamaica can't help me. So I have to go to a country where I can work and send my child into a space that I know they are cared for and protected professionally. Jamaica doesn't offer that. So there are some things. I have my elderly parents who need additional health needs. They can't get that here, and that's the basic.
So I welcome you to Jamaica House, and
That's showing it, you know. She slam him.
again, I say how I feel very privileged to have you. And it's good interchange, good exchange, and it gives me a chance to get a kind of direct insight as to what is happening in the profession and the personal development of the people who are involved in the profession, and what are some of the policy changes you would like to see. And every year I have a little special gift. It's becoming more and more.
You know, it's a goddamn disgrace to for him. I ask him 10 years plus. What are the policies changing? You that as you come in, you that talk to them. A matter of fact, same like how you buy the weapon of mass destruction, give the police and your Holness and boast about it. I didn't know should I get these things. A healthy nation is a wealthy nation, brother. But you make sure them shot and then you give the police them weapon of mass destruction. Some police are walk with 3 guns. 3 guns. You understand? Kick out people face and do them everything, but them shot. Yes, my brother.
We are not to pass that, you know, as it relates to what Andrew Holness stated there.
Yes.
Right? Seems like he's somewhat oblivious to what is happening to the healthcare.
Mm.
Remember, you know, Andrew Holness administration, right, has a cabinet.
Yes.
And all the ministers in his cabinet would have reported to him. They would have dialogue as it relates to the status of their portfolio.
Yes.
That is one of the reasons why you have a cabinet. You understand? So when you have a cabinet meeting, right, the Minister of Health is going to speak as it relates to the related issues that they are currently dealing with.
Yes.
So Andrew Holness fully well aware, and these are the lies. These are the lies, and you understand what I'm saying? And here the thing is, we are happy, so happy, right, that we have people like us in the space.
Yes.
You understand? To, you know, edify our people. But the bottom line of this that I want to just speak on this and then, because, I am at work weird, so
Yes,
I can't
yes,
stay
yes.
too long.
Yes.
So let me just speak on this. The fact of the matter is that the nurse is saying to him that some of the reasons why the nurses are leaving as a result of the lack of basic necessities.
Of course.
This is embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Basic necessities.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that nurse doesn't have the basic necessities to work with. And, they are fed up. And so they are leaving because it's the whole thing is just falling apart. That is what the nurses is saying,
Yes.
You understand? But the question that you and I need to ask, since Christopher Tufton came out and told Jamaica that, yes, he has the budgetary space, you understand, to deal with healthcare and to make healthcare better, right? And you talk about the difference between $60 billion under Portia Simpson's budget in comparison to his budget, $147 million. Because then that you and I need to ask is, where is the money?
That's it.
How did the money spend? Where is the value? And this is what the other general is saying to him. You are shouting out loud. You are going on your press conference, right? And you are talking these things and your political campaign. But the people need to ask you, show us how that money is spent. And they can't show. This is what people need to be aware of. You understand, in terms of cutting out, you understand the partisan foolishness, and you understand the diarrhetiveness and all of that. Look on what the Auditor General is saying. The Auditor General is saying to Jamaica that Tufton need to explain, you understand, in a way to show value for money. Because you expand the budget from $64 to $147 million. You understand? So show the value for money, and Tufton is in a position that he can't show it. So then I am not going to be surprised if Tufton is one of those 15 members of parliament under investigation for illicit enrichment. There's no way that I would surprise. It would fit the bill in terms of what the Auditor General is identifying and what the Integrity Commission investigators, right, are investigating.
Yes.
It would work parallel in line.
Yes.
So, my brother, be yourself and thanks again to you understand.
Oh, you mean, man? Oh, brother.
Teach for the people them.
Well, I tell you.
But hold on, before me left, I have to say, because this morning, you understand, I'm over Portland Spice. Well, I'm giving a little drama. You understand? That's me laughing my week. A little labor right, brother. You understand? Because I can't see it more than labor right. You understand? Him take on Colin Bell over there, and him do have him fox, Right, I know what Colin Bell do. You know what Colin Bell do to him? Colin Bell bust up the whole eye head, swell up in 2 eye, bust up in mouth lip, and put on one mouth padlock for the man tell us to keep his mouth shut.
Yes.
Now, why am I mentioning this? These are the people who spread propaganda on social media.
Yes.
Spread propaganda on social, and hear what happened now. You see, when they meet us, you understand, in this space, you understand, and we ask them to come and challenge us. You understand, they can't challenge us because, the thing is, when they speak, right, they don't show facts, They don't show the source of their information, because you tell me now, you want to come and challenge someone who have the facts, and yet you don't even know where you get your own data from. Tell them again.
Because them come up with garbage all the while. Hey,
you understand?
Brother, as I said before, that's the one thing again. Colin, you're my brother. But hear this now. At times you stop all of them garbage, don't even waste your time. Give somebody more who can educate the people, them dig for the truth right now. We don't have the time for the eyeglass them to go with them a big mama and thing. I tell you the truth, brother. Yes, brother.
He was totally dispatched and flatlined by Colin Bell.
Yeah, we don't call him flattening, but no God say, we not have no time with that. But hear this, brother. Hear this. Sometimes them want to go, because them like come from program and want to put, but what them doing is a distraction to draw your way and come with them garbage. Them have program where them can go up and go spread it. But them want come in a people's space now with them garbage. When I go with them garbage, go away, man. We don't have nothing on bill or nothing on go spread in the garbage, but we dissect it. Because we don't have the foolishness, you know, no tabloid, none at all, you know. We were only a super granddad, no tabloid. Zane, none.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with a big friend. All right, my brother.
Yes,
Later. All right. So, you know, Byron says something look while when him say, you know, the money were tough tongue. And think about it. You have a budget of 600 billion and the budget double now. Remember, phone the taxpayers' money. And the money happened, the taxpayers' money that. But you not get no service for the money. Yeah? That's the first thing. Them take away on the door. Yes. Doing nothing but pose and tell lie. Remember going at this. We have 18 minutes of this. But we have some other things for show it tough tongue. So here with the nurse, I tell him, hear this.
A challenge, but you know, a special gift is still still there. I'm trying to do as much as I can.
This would have been our yearly courtesy call. Usually we visit with you in July, which is our Nurses Week, during our Nurses Week celebrations. But we all know what happened in 2025, so we were not facilitated at that time. But I want to say thanks to you for facilitating us at this time for that last year visit. Please note that we will be writing to you for this year's visit. Usually we come to you, the officers of the association, as well as the contestants of the Nurse and Nursing Student of the Year competition. So sitting here today, you will have that gathering. I have the officers from the last administration, as well as our nursing students and Nurse of the Year participants. And fortunately for them and for you, you would now know who is the winner. If you had seen us in July, you would not have known at that time. But you would know at this time. I'm going to ask the persons to introduce themselves, starting with those persons on my right.
Okay, sir. I've been a nurse for 19 years.
Yes.
And was trained at the Excelsior Community College. And I love my profession.
And what's your specialty?
I'm a specialized nurse in nephrology.
Nephrology.
Yes.
And that is?
Dealing with the kidneys and the kidney issues, all the renal issues.
Okay.
Good morning. My name is Althea Palmer. I work at Bustamante Hospital for Children. I've been a nurse for 21 years, and I've specialized in midwifery as well as pediatric hematology oncology. I was trained in Trinidad at UWI in that first batch, and I work as a nurse manager in quality assurance and in service education department.
My name is Antoinette Bent. I am a charge nurse in the Accident and Emergency Department at the University Hospital of the West Indies. I am the second runner-up in the Nurse of the Year for the Lasco Chain Foundation, NAJ, competition 2025-2026. Yes, I'm also trained as an emergency nurse, and I am a midwife. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Michelle Edwards-Lewis, representing the parish of Manchester. I work at the Mandeville Regional Hospital. I am the first runner-up in the Nurse of the Year competition 2025-2026. And my specialty, I am a registered nurse midwife, and I'm also neonatology trained.
It's such a pleasure to be here. My name is Fiona Collins. I am from Cool, Manchester, serving at the Percy Jonah Hospital for over 28 years. I am presently the NAJ Lascochin Foundation Nurse of the Year 2025-2026, presently serving in the position of Deputy Director of Nursing Services, and that it works directly under the matron that we are accustomed to. I also have specialty in pediatric midwifery and Master of Science in Nursing Education. Thank you.
I'm Beretta Thomas. I am the Assistant Treasurer for the Nurses Association of Jamaica. I am a registered general nurse. I am the departmental nurse manager at the Bellevue Hospital. I am from Clarendon. My specialty is psychiatric and also midwifery. I am also a trained nursing administrator. I am happy to be here today and I am willing to be a part of this team anytime again. Thank you.
I am Corlett Francis Spencer from the lovely parish of St. Thomas. I work at the Princess Margaret Hospital. My specialty is midwifery, and I'm also trained in nursing admin. I'm presently acting as a nurse manager. I've been a nurse for 10 years, and I'm enjoying my profession.
Keon Duhaney Gordon from the one and only Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center, the only of its kind. Sir, I would tell you that I am trained in rehab, but you don't offer that here. So we are searching for a country that offers the program so you can have specialized rehab nurses here.
You know, your prime minister 10 years, and she are telling the one and only, them up there, so, and them we don't have it in the public, and just John Golding, this alone, and them are, she are telling them look more, them should have trained up more of these people. Tough time not working, you know. In the marketing, I play here, some of the marketing. This is a goddamn disgrace. When they go and introduce them, you can't hear the country not running it upon autopilot. And the government is a criminal government. Continue.
But I've been there for 25 years. I hold a master's degree in nursing administration. And I am also the recording secretary of the Nurses Association of Jamaica.
I'm Sarika Brandon Betty. I work at University Hospital of the West Indies for 29 years now. I am a trained registered general nurse, registered...
By the way, this is not about no politics. That's a Sir John Golding, that's a Mark Golding father. But him come set that for Jamaica where... You see the difference? Eh? For them thing with ever up there and shine when some people are trying to tear down Mark. Man, you come save Jamaica from polymyelitis and all kind of things, scandal crash to everything. Start the game, the Olympic game there for the disabled. Him start that too, you know. The Olympic game for the disabled. Him father. See? And his grandfather too was on the mother's side, was a doctor too. Them serve, him a lawyer. And now them a try, you know, go on a tint and put some little things, you see? Read people, you know, come off a good table. Andrew, no come off a good table, you know. Andrew, the lightest thing ever created. Lightest thing. Dangerous too. Him to stop it. Play this.
Midwife. I specialize in obstetrics, and I have a master's in nursing education. I am currently the director of nursing education at UWI, and I also hold the post of third vice president of the Nurses Association of Jamaica. Thank you. Dawn Marie Richards, president of the Nurses Association of Jamaica, senior public health nurse, St. Mary Health Department. I have been a nurse for the past 29 years. I specialize, as you would have said, in primary health care as a public health nurse, among other things.
My name is Denise Dakers-Reeves. I am the first vice president formally of the Nurses Association of Jamaica. I am a trained clinical perfusionist specialized in pediatrics. I'm a registered nurse midwife. I'm a clinical preceptor. I'm also trained in anesthesia. Thank you.
I am Heather Joy Henry McGraw, and I'm from the friendly city of Montego Bay. I have been a family nurse practitioner for the past 15 years, so I speak, sleep, advanced practice regionally and internationally, and I served as a third vice president for this dynamic association. Thank you.
My name is Holly Lynn. I am the current nursing student of the year. I'm a fourth-year student of the Brownstone Community College.
My name is Akeem Matheson. I am from Montego Bay, as Nurse Magra mentioned. I am the first runner-up in the NAJ LASCO Nursing Student of the Year competition 2025 to 2026. And I'm a fourth-year nursing student at the University of Jamaica Caribbean School of Nursing, West End Campus.
My name is Kemisha McKinney Sutherland, one of the finalists of the NAJ LASCO Nursing Student of the Year 2025 to 2026. I have been a trained midwife for the past 8 years, very passionate about midwifery, and I am honored to be here today. I'm also a final year nursing student at the Knox Community College, and I'm a Manchesterian.
I am Tiana Fraser, a fourth-year nursing student at the Knox Community College and a finalist of the Nursing Students of the Year competition. Because I don't really have much to add, I can tell you that when I'm finished with my studies, hopefully I'm able to serve my country as a public health nurse.
Can you hear my heart beating? Good morning, everyone. I'm Cherise Burrell Anderson. I am a nurse manager at the Bustamante Hospital for Children. I specialize in operating theater nursing, and I'm in charge of that department. I was trained at the Kingston School of Nursing, the last batch. I was a finalist last year, 2025 to 2026, of the NAG Lasco Chin Foundation Nurse of the Year competition. In the future, I want to become an actress.
That's a good one.
My name is Janet Wilson Powell, a registered nurse of the Mandeville Regional Hospital. I am a product of the Northern Caribbean University. I am a registered general nurse and a proud Manchesterian.
My name is Kadisha Smith. I am an early career nurse who is employed at the Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center, where I currently work for the past 5 years. I specialized in mental health. I was a 2023 shortlisted nominee for the Prime Minister's Youth Award. Yes.
My name is Carlene Miller, and I am a nurse manager of the Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center as well. And Mr. Prime Minister, I crave your attention to look into Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center. We have a lot of progress to make, and we have a lot to offer since we are the only rehabilitation center in the English-speaking Caribbean.
It's bad though. When a nurse can sit down in the Prime Minister office, so when invite them and tell you for looking at this should not be none at all. Hey, people, me not pass them thing, you know. Any government, you know, you have to look at this where they deal with disabled and they deal with this and that, and the only one in the English-speaking Caribbean, in the Caribbean, Hungry Center, like this, and then she have to ask if you're looking at it. That's for sure, so they're not working. Me not ask you, but him can tell about the police, them and kill you, and rather man tell them. Remember, you know, even if you're injured, you have highways, you have this, you have to meet the nurse, them. You will always see them, more than even the doctors. It should not be she have to ask you as the government. Eh? That's for sure where the money gone. Eh? That's for sure, you know. And the man them sure is a building. You have this to only one. And she have to tell you, I'm going to play it back. Continue. And them thing I'm listening out for, you know. And to them can't give me no chat, you know.
I work for the past 5 years. I specialized in mental health. I was a 2023 shortlisted nominee for the Prime Minister's Youth Award. Yes.
My name is Carlene Miller, and I am a nurse manager of the Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center as well. And Mr. Prime Minister, I crave...
My bedroom can have a bike. Magadan. Even the one where the Minto guy them kill, them work on the same sound system. I told them build the sound system. Because them kill the youth in a cold blood. Them not Magadan, me show you him round way in the studio doing thing. So them killer you bigger than, but them kill, murder the youth, you know. Youth they don't know bad man or nothing, you know. And sound them run. Dance squad sound. Magadan always run. Magadan crash off a bike. And him down there and him say him tone as full up an arc and I think and I ask. You know, get him up this and then go up there and get rehabilitated and thing and them out now. So when you get gunshot and them thing, then the last thing up there end up to, you know, and about not just disabled and thing, you know. You're in an accident and you get some rehabilitation to learn back for work and everything. And that's up there so you're going, you know. And she have your ask him figure eye this bad. Let me continue. Continue.
Your attention to look into Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center. We have a lot of progress to make, And we have a lot to offer since we are the only rehabilitation center in the English-speaking Caribbean operated by the government, yet we are not trained. So we have to go out there to seek best practice for our patients. And may I remind us all that rehabilitation takes in every system of the body. And when our patients are spinal cord damaged, stroke patients, motor vehicle accident, wherever they come to us, we don't have enough space for our patients. And it's very critical that we look into rehabilitation of our patients, because all is not lost. Those that we get on time, marvelous are their prognosis, sir. So I'm begging and I'm pleading that someone looks into rehabilitation.
No, that will show you how them take them people here. Me say you're in a motor vehicle accident. And you know, you have to learn how to walk again or something, and you end up there. She have to beg and plead to the government. Eh? And then if they hear tough time come up to, yes, we're doing that. These are words, those are, listen, they're not doing it. These are the reality me I talk about. Yeah? Madam, my classes, continue play.
Rehabilitative nursing in Jamaica.
Yes.
I also am a product of the Excelsior Community College School of Nursing and the University of the West Indies. I thank you.
I would not have known in rehabilitative nursing. This is not a specialty offered by any school, so it's an opportunity for a school to.
If would have known, I have not have known of real. Yeah, go. Remember when we have highways, police, gunman, you know, people you get, you know, cripple up or, you know, you have some people then bring them back, you know. You understand, them rehabilitate people. But for a lot of things, you go through a lot of things that your body, you have to have them special people here. And you have to have a center where deal with it. So this should have depend them A-list, thick A-list. Yeah? It can't happen to anybody, you know. And those gunshot, car accident, anything at all. Right? It can't happen to them as government member. But through them can fly out to get rehabilitated. Them the business about the common man in Jamaica. That alone, may I tell you. See? This bad. And you hear what I say, never know, right? Continue.
Take it up. But I do take your point that government may very well have to be the first mover in maybe sponsoring courses, setting up a department, or partnering with a school to do it. This is something that I will raise with the Minister of Health.
You should have got 10 plus years. You should have got damn shame. Sir John Golden doing these things in 1950, around 53. He come to Jamaica. And farm up this thing and them thing. But I know you're specialty if you think about this. Them have to come and plead to you. Or if you plead to you with your own taxpayers money, then I think the money should have do more than a buy weapon of mass destruction and get the put all them. You depend on frontline duty, you can get a friendly fire. Yeah, something touches spine, the way you look, you can't walk, and you can go up there. At the best interest for every Jamaican to know it's a place like that, for up and running. Me try to talk to them, you know. You understand? It's bad. Continue.
And you mentioned the Sir John Golding Center. And that's been on our radar. And I will also see how best we can.
Been on our radar. Been on our radar. You're going to put it on the radar. It's a goddamn disgrace. 10 plus years. But you can't buy Bushmaster do and 50 caliber for bus in a Jamaica for the soldier them. And helicopter and come show and some kind of little things. This is goddamn bull crap. You can believe this? It's been on our radar. Eh? Continue.
Make some further investments there.
We had a total of 18 persons for both contests. Some of our students are not able to be here today because of the dynamics of the school system. But I'm happy that the representation is here, and I'm happy that I have my Nursing Student of the Year and my first runner-up Nursing Student of the Year. Just to say, sir, that part of the requirement from the Lascochin Foundation for our winners is a project. The Nurse of the Year would have done her iWin launch last week before last, in Manchester, the iWin project, where she's seeking to empower women and girls. And on Monday coming, we will all journey to Knapdale St. Anne for the execution of the project of our Nursing Student of the Year. And her project is an agricultural project. So just to say, highlight those two areas for our nurses. And to say to you, sir, that we are nurses and we don't only dress sore foot and serve medicine.
Yeah, hey, she rough, you know. You will tell him, hear this now, hear this. Because you have no liar, you know. And them think they're farmer, you know. You shall tell him right, that's all. But listen this good. Listen, yeah.
It's an agricultural project. So just to say, highlight those two areas for our nurses. And to say to you, sir, that we are nurses and we don't only dress sore foot and serve medication. We have a lot of dynamic persons in nursing. We have teachers, we have lawyers. Our 2023 Nurse of the Year is a lawyer. Yes. So we have persons who move on. I have a lovely nurse in Manchester, Jodine Gail Gregory. She's a farmer, active farmer. At any time we can interact with our heads of state, it gives us great pleasure. And that is why I really didn't want these ladies to have missed the opportunity to have, and gentlemen, sorry, okay, to have met with you, because it is something that we look forward to.
Yes, it's something I look forward to as well.
It's something that we look forward to.
Let me congratulate those who participated in this exercise. Yes, I like that word, where you display your skills. I don't think anyone is a loser.
They don't feel that way.
No, it is merely a parade of skills. And I also want to commend the Lascochin Foundation for putting this on. I think it's a wonderful idea to have this kind of display of skills. They do it for the police, for education, and for nurses. And it is always good. I've interviewed and met with all the participants in the various categories, and I think it's good for our public service and the people who participate in it as well. You get to display the best of the profession. That's exactly what it is, and it serves as motivation.
Yes.
And so let me commend all the participants and congratulate the Nurse of the Year as well. Just by way of observation, I thought there would be more male representation in the professions. I think we should encourage more males to get involved in the profession.
We see them at the student level, but they don't come up when they become registered nurses. Because the second runner-up Nurse of the Year is also a male.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we had 3 of them in the competition last year.
Mm-hmm. Are you seeing more male nurses going into like emergency and mental health? Mm-hmm. That's
yes,
good.
They usually specialize, when the males come in, they specialize mostly in anesthesia, psychiatry, emergency nursing, and some critical care.
And in critical care.
Some of them in education.
Mm-hmm. And what would be the ratio now between male and female?
The ratio is still small, sir. Maybe about 7 or 6% of our nursing fraternity is male.
Is it that care is just like naturally a female thing? Is it?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think it is how the males view nursing. It is a female-dominated profession in Jamaica, but if you step outside of Jamaica, we find, especially in the U.S., Canada, a lot of male nurses. Mm-hmm. Have a lot of
But what would have attracted you to the profession?
I think it was...
Andrew, when I ask, we just want some nurses. So nobody ask about what attract man or woman. We need some nurses. Now play something with tough tongue and the garbage where I talk. Let me finish this. You remarks?
A calling, really? So persons always say nursing is a calling, and I actually found my calling through nursing school. So somehow, even though I wanted to do medicine, the Lord guided me to nursing. And now I find that I'm enjoying nursing. I actually want to move further into nursing. My initial plan was to get into nursing and use nursing as a footstep into medicine.
Nothing's wrong with that.
But now I find that I actually want to stick into nursing. And one of my mentors, Nurse Magra,
You just discovered that.
actually is motivating me to want.
So, same thing when I ask, more man, who needs some nurses? So when I visit man, woman in a Jamaica, I have some man, some other places, him say they want to get no medicine. This I was just coming here, so because him come about film impression. Yeah? So it is wrong. It was an impression, but it wasn't the truth. Because of that it mean, Hear what I'm saying, yes, sir? And she shut him down. Hear this.
I've always been under the impression that we don't have enough healthcare professionals. We've recently
We have never had enough, sir. And that is a reality.
Yeah.
And him knows that we don't have enough. But I am always under the impression. See what impression mean, ya people? See what it mean, ya? Yeah? Let me move this. Can I play something with tough tongue too? I saw them draw a card from Jamaican people, When you now got see there? Being under the impression mean believing or assuming something is true. People frequently use this phrase when that initial belief turned out to be wrong, misunderstood or based on incomplete information. So when you use the word people, yeah, you notice I was always under the impression he wants to know alive, so we have nurse. And him just send home the cube and him himself send them home. But but him think the woman did anything with him, the woman said no. Hear what the woman said to him. Hear what the woman said to him. I can deal with him case now, Hear what him boy, we always under impression that the people in my idiot.
It would have been because we didn't train in.
I've always been under the impression that we don't have enough healthcare professionals. We've recently
We have never had enough, sir. And that is a reality.
Yeah.
Time gone.
Yes. Stuck him. He wants to spell him propaganda and lie. But the woman are coming like she have some of my gene. I want that she might have one of my cousins or something, She have some of the lonesome, yeah man. You understand? Yeah man, we ain't good there. This PMC, let me see what my brother I right say, Let me see, camera blazing wicked, I get mad, We ain't good there, bro. This PM seems like he doesn't live in Jamaica. He don't know what is going on in the island. No, I just pretend that, brother. She stop him now, but I'm always under the impression that, this guy is a pastor and him good, but him turn out to be a rapist. It was just an impression me, but he wants to know Jamaica good with nurse. The impression we did have, but we're good, we're all right. She stop him. Good thing she stop him. See, some people cut it off. And
I've always been under the impression that we don't have enough healthcare professionals. We've recently
We have never had enough, sir. And that is a reality.
Yeah.
Time gone by, it would have been because we didn't train enough. Then we were training enough, but we're not paying enough, so people were leaving. And people are still leaving. Because I would have articulated in the local space that people don't leave for money only. People leave for opportunities. And people leave for some basic things, sir. People leave. I have a child who is special needs. Jamaica can't help me. So I have to go to a country where I can work and send my child into a space that I know they are cared for and protected professionally. Jamaica doesn't offer that. So there are some things. I have my elderly parents who need additional health needs.
Yes.
They can't get that here. And that's the basic.
Andrew, you must feel smart, sir, You feel little, so. Let me play this with the people, then. So Holness, tough then come out and put out a health care. You hear them talk about people now on job? Let me show you something. Look on this. Look on this.
Over its effectiveness. While Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton hails the event as a success, the opposition argues it has done little to address the country's chronic nurses shortage. Ramon Gordon has the details. Now, for an injection of health, the government's Health and Wellness Career Expo attracted thousands of job seekers recently, but skepticism remains over its effectiveness. While Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton hails the event as a success, the opposition argues it has done little to address.
Him come out with a job fair. And I must have 7 doctors alone him out of the people then. The people then will come out over 10,000, you know. And we need people, you know. And him, look here.
Address the country's chronic nurses shortage. Ramon Gordon has the details.
A crowd of nearly 12,000 Jamaicans packed the University of the West Indies over 2 days. Students, professionals and job seekers, eager to explore careers in the health sector. The government says the event was a step toward bolstering Jamaica's struggling public healthcare workforce.
So the goal of the initiative was to increase the interest of the public in pursuit of careers in the healthcare field, thereby increasing the available professionals for public health service delivery.
But opposition MP Dr. Maurice Guy is questioning the impact of the fair, pointing out that despite Jamaica losing an average of 500 nurses per year since 2018, only 5 nurses were recruited through the event.
I would suggest that you don't equate the 500 nurses we lost over the last number of years with our attempt to recruit back those nurses, because clearly that doesn't make logical sense.
You hear what I'm saying? We recruit back those nurses because that don't make logical sense. Remember him say this. Remember hear him. Don't make no attempt to recruit back these because that don't make logical sense. You hear him? Them guys, you know. But you still him go foreign, you know. Him say them want come back. Me I go play this. Remember, you know hear him say this. Me have the footage where him say, man. Don't make him flip flop. But play them together. Me continue. Over 500 nurses leave from 2018, 500 leave per year. That's why we don't have nobody. 500?
Dr. Guy also pressed the health minister for clarity on the actual job placements, asking whether many of these positions had already been advertised before the fair and why they remain unfilled. The opposition's latest inquiry comes amid online criticism of the fair, which has gone viral following this TikTok post. CVM News also caught up with a job seeker on day 1 of the event.
I didn't even see anybody to ask a question. Nobody was at the front to say, welcome and what are you doing today, whatever, to even give me some information. I am so disappointed. I was just there saying I'm so embarrassed.
There are those who describe this effort as a grand waste of time. And I want to just put it in context that there is a rationale and by extension a justification for why this was necessary. Mr. Speaker, over the last 7 years, the issues affecting human resources for health have had a significant impact on health service delivery. These issues include, but is not limited to, the migration of staff from our health system, especially specialists in various areas.
7 doctors were recruited through the fair, along with a regional pharmacist, a medical physicist, and a physiotherapist for St. Thomas. Beyond recruitment, the fair also coincided with the visit of the Philippine Secretary of Health, leading to an agreement for faculty exchanges and specialist training. Ramon Gordon.
Criticism remains over its effectiveness. While Health
Minister... about 12,000 people pack up and come there. And them have to put it online saying, you know what, 12. But in the field, I look job. 12. And then you come and say, oh, you're not going to imply them back and say what you want to say. Right? Let me show you something with him again. I'll show you something we're really wrong with the health system. Let me show you this. So Tufton say you want to imply them back, right? Let me draw back for Tufton now. Dr. Tufton, let me draw back for you now, Dr. T. Dr. T. Tom. Yes. Me have to shine it sometime, because it's kind of long way, it's a Dr. Tough Tongue, you know. You have to say Dr. T Tongue sometime. Dr. Crab, Dr. Tough Tongue, 10,000, all right. Let me see that one now. Which one may never take up? Dr. Tough Tongue Nurses. May have that one there. I want ya. Remember, hear that one now. Hear this. You remember him saying now?
Health crisis in Jamaica.
News at noon. Hospitals are facing a critical shortage of specialist nurses, putting extra pressure on the healthcare system. To address this, the Ministry of Health has issued an urgent call for nurses to return home and work in the island's hospitals. Joining us now is Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton, who's with us via phone. Good afternoon, Minister. All right, it appears we're having some trouble getting in touch with Minister Tufton. Minister Tufton, are you here with us this afternoon? All right, we may have lost Minister Tufton there, but we will try to get back in touch with him. Dr. Tufton, are you here with us? Dr. Tufton?
Hello, you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now. Perfect. For our viewers,
Okay.
Can you explain why this call for nurses became so urgent?
Well, we've always had shortages due to the one-way traffic of persons leaving to the US or to Europe.
So all that one there turn on one-way traffic. Hear this. Him can call US name, but when he can call US name now. But when Rubio did it, you know, at same thing with Andrew Holness, you know, nurses, them leave, go overseas. Them go mostly in the US. Them go Europe, them go Canada. You just tell them most of them go in the US. Yeah? Them guys have no testicles still, you know. Them a joke, you have to speak truth and speak straight, man. Hear this now. Remember, I'm saying now recruit back nobody, you know, from them. Hear this. Hear the lies.
Or to Canada in particular, but also the Caribbean region. Given the expansion of services, the adding of new posts, and of course the need to address some of the critical disease profile of the population, we do need more specialists in certain areas, specialist nurses in nephrology, oncology, critical care, and so on. So we have assessed the gaps. We are trying to train. We're trying to retain through scholarships like the Irwin Scholarship. But we have to do a multi-prong approach. And part of that multi-prong, we believe, is to encourage overseas Jamaicans to look at coming back. You know.
Just play a video, look just now. But you, him in the house, I say, hey, don't look back for me. Imply them back, you know. You hear what I'm saying, Kawhi? He might look forget them back. Let me say something to the people of Jamaica. If you there Jamaica, put yourself in the nurse shoes and your kids them there and you get a half from one of them places and take up the whole of your family with you. You get for work, send them a better school, them more in a safer environment, you get place, you get everything from them, you know. What you gotta do, you gotta leave from that and come back in a squalor. But them don't even have aspirin in a hospital and the place big nasty and stinker than the house. No medication, nothing at all. And then take up back your kids them out of school and get a chance to go to college, no man have a different life. And you can take them back. The number one, you don't want to do that. Me not ask you, right? And then go back in the dump for less money. Meanwhile, them rise, them pay 300%. Who would do that? Hey, you see them man, you know, deal with reality, you know. Them don't deal with reality. Listen this.
Jamaica is a place that is improving in terms of building out new hospitals, compensation review, crime.
There's no compensation review. I'm about crime. This is bullshit. I'm building out new hospitals for 10 years. And if you have a building and you know, the people them not get good pay. This is what I'm doing all the time. And who I interview him, not stop him and say, but this, that. Them no fact check him and they can't. Them low him, them a repeater. Tufton can't do this with me. Him come over here, come talk already. You know, when I start show him the man, the first man who jump off of the chair and dead. Down in a line and turn hospital, him I say, when this? And I say, dep on the news. You see, okay, I'm going to check because they never see. Then me show him the woman where her mother dead. The one from Trelawney. He must say, well, him not going to talk on a case because, you know, them have that in a something and other. So him always I try to go on something. Yeah? Continue.
Production and so on. So there are many reasons why we believe that Jamaicans may see Jamaica as a better place to live. And we're encouraging it. And this is why we put that ad out, and this is the response.
Who has see Jamaica as a better place to live? Me I tell returning resident, if you, when you young, you there Jamaica, you there foreign, you live foreign for 30, 40 years. And when you retire, you're in a 4 seasons, so you have some same and everything. When you retire, you're going to Mandeville, anywhere at all where you want to live. Build a house, build a prison. Because a home can be, you grill it up. Right down a prison grill. That can be a home. That's not safe. See that any door can breach, I'll be a glass around me. But then I'll breach a place. Like this. But it can be a home. Where you'll be, and then I'll be like a 30-foot wall. A 20-foot wall running and put spike on it. So you build your own prison. And you're inside and you put the furniture and you feel nice because you retire. And if you have a little heart attack, you get a little stroke or something, there is no ambulances. And if you have somebody to drive you go to the hospital, especially in another country, you're going to die. If you're there where you're there, where you give the money and give all these things where you work, and your car, you will get an ambulance. But not, Jamaica, they don't have ambulance. You have to go get a private one. See? And when you go to hospital, no doctor, no nurses, nothing. One nurse is to 40 or 50 patients. People sit down for 3 days before you get attended to. 3, 4, 5 days. And you just sit down and wait. I better you lie down in your bed. If it dead, I say go. You understand? And all them do is PR. This is the, remember me have the one of them there, I can't show them, I can't show them. This is the reality. Yeah, where am I going to talk yourself?
That we've gotten, which is encouraging as a start.
What response have you gotten? What's been the take-up so far?
Well, we just put out a social media post over a 2+ week period. I think about 3.
So, when you see man I condemn post social media, you know, advertising on media, you put out social media posts. So, when I don't for your social media, but social media according to Bushra, are the worst thing ever invented by a man. And what am I use? When you see a man condemn it, but you kind of post and put out people, social media posts. Don't make them use reverse psychology power, no. You hear it? Social media posts. Eh? But when we use it, fact check him, you know. Then we're not pandering all over the place. We're not night with him. Play again.
3 weeks. And we've had at least 130, little over 130 responses, persons submitting resumes. Not all are Jamaicans, just to be sure, clear. I think there are about nearly 30 or so Jamaicans.
So you have 130, and you put on social media, and you get 30 a Jamaican, and put resume. Some of them people there now, can you put on social media posts? He lie bad, you know? So like I hear about. He lie bad, cannot, nobody no come off of this, you know. This a lie, you know. Social media posts and them give me resume. 30 of them, so 100 of them are our American now. Put out resume if you come to Jamaica, come back. Eh? By your social media posts.
Of that group are just below 30. Which is good. It's good because including in that are people who had migrated 5 years ago, who are less, who want to return. And
not even one return. Yeah, just said that don't make no sense in the video when we play before. When I talk at the house, that don't make no sense. No, I must say them want migrate, them want return. Who don't want return? Yeah,
who see this as an opportunity to return. And then there are non-Jamaicans who are familiar with Jamaica, who have the qualification, some as far as Africa, who have expressed an interest. And the truth is we are a melting pot. We have people in the health system from Asia, from Africa, from Europe.
A melting pot, I know I lied. The Titans, yeah. The Titan brother. But when I melting pot, I melt up on a pot, man. Can't
US, all over. And so it's not an unusual thing to have incorporated in our labor force those who are willing and have the credentials and the experience.
So there's been a
So when you employ people, you employ people on a social media post better. Me think you know, use the foreign ministry and them that advertise by CNN or New York Times or Washington Post or some proper advertisement. You know, I think when I do that, do. You know, if you advertise with some post or something, I don't know you people on social media post advertise it as a government. I want to condemn social media when you're already true I want to not accountable. Them not easy, boy.
130 something responses so far, and just under 30 of those are Jamaicans. Now, with so few responses from Jamaicans, how exactly is the ministry encouraging local nurses to step forward?
Well, I don't think it's few. I think it's very encouraging, actually. Remember now, if you contextualize it, there was a time when Jamaicans wouldn't even consider. In fact, there was one news item where one nurse had said that they would, no, thank you, they're not planning, and they wouldn't plan to come back. So the fact that we have a number now that is,
that was a lie again, because no nurse come back, none. You understand? Yes, man.
Interested and have applied, taking the trouble to engage, is very encouraging, and it's a bigger picture, an indication of people seeking, you know, quality of life and where they think Jamaica is and can be for them and their family.
I be a bullshit. Me couldn't interview you and tell me about quality. What's about quality of life there in Jamaica? That's the system around you for work in a little stinking place. We're not clean properly. We're nasty. We're short of toilet tissue. We're short of aspirin, not my word. Proper hygiene no practicing of that. Because them doing that. Not the nurse and the doctor, them fault, you know. The administration, the government. Because them not give the people them the thing to clean the place. The linen, you have to carry your own sheet. You sit down in a chair till the foot swell big like jackfruit. It's evil. And you have to, hey, let me tell you now again, you know, if you allow these people to talk bullshit and you follow the bullshit, they will never do better. You learn that from your old man, you know. I'm a father's child. Yeah, you know, so we have to hold them accountable. And you have to speak truth to power. Continue.
Minister.
Where we go from here? Where we go? Yeah.
It's been reported that there's...
where we go from here.
Go ahead, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm listening.
No, I said where we go from here is to examine... No. Yeah, we're going to examine these numbers and talk to these persons, put a panel in place, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But we'll continue the dialogue to encourage others.
So there's apparently a shortage of nurses and doctors. However, we've heard reports that a lot of persons are saying they've submitted applications but aren't hired. What's the reason for this, Minister?
Well, what role their is. RNs, we have a lot of. This is graduates from nursing school. The specialist nurses is where we have a real issue. And these are the oncology nurse, the nephrology, the critical care, who have to study beyond the RN to be a specialist. So, you know, there's a doctor and there's a doctor, there are a nurse. There is. The issue now is where are the categories that the demand, where the demand is big, and we need to fill those demands, and that's what we are actually working with.
You know what I'm saying?
So there's apparently a shortage of...
But they have shots iron. One nurse to 40 patient, not my word. Never play it. You hear him?
Nurses and doctors. However, we've heard reports that a lot of persons are saying they've submitted applications but aren't hired. What's the reason for this, Minister?
It is.
Well, what role their is. RNs, we have a lot of. This is graduates from nursing school. The specialist nurses is where we have a real issue. And these are the oncology nurse, the nephrology, the critical care, who have to study beyond the RN to be a specialist. So, you know, there's a doctor and there's a doctor, there are a nurse.
You want them specialists there in the accident and emergency world where them not have none? Eh? You hear what I say?
The issue now is where are the categories that the demand, where the demand is big, and we need to fill those demands, and that's what we are actually working with.
And for clarity, what are those categories?
There are a number of them. Specialist nursing in cancer care, oncology, nephrology, that's diabetes and kidney.
And them that alone you need. You need the RN nurse, them not want too much patient, but dialysis and kidney. And them that alone you need over 2,000 nurses. It couldn't be you need them specialist nurse over 2,000 of them. And you go hospital and you look one nurse, you know, to everybody. Now plate, I want to hear it. And you hear what I'm saying? People apply, you know, so them now, can you have nurses down there, you know? When them apply, them not take them. And then them leave by more than 500 a year out of the system. Where the money they go on, man?
Critical care, operating theater nurse, you know.
No people that not get surgery done because of fight locked down in there. So operating theater nurse, but you know the amount of surgery them used to do back in the days. Your surgery go down there, man, look at surgery. It's a very important emergency. And next year, in 2 years' time, if you get the surgery, because you're dead before the surgery come on. Yeah? We shot the dialysis machine, but we want nurses. And we don't have the machine. I'll be a garbage him talk, you know. Continue.
Neonatal support, this is for babies.
Neonatal, we want some of them there. Yes. But you want other nurses, nobody talk about neonatals. Yes.
There are about 8 or 9 categories that where we have gaps in our establishment where we need to recruit persons urgently.
So aside from hiring from abroad, though, what steps is the ministry taking to keep nurses in Jamaica long term?
Well, we are doing a number of things. We've been offering, we offered the Byron Scholarship 2 years running. We have 3 more years to go, where we train people and retain them for a period. We are bringing out more hospitals for improvement in working conditions.
You can't, don't tell about hospital, because the hospital them not fix. You know, so the hospital them nasty. Me are looking at the hospital and talk about we have in a working condition. This is bullshit. We are repairing the hospital. We don't want to hear that. We are said to keep the nurses. The one that we have now. Yeah? Continue.
Spanish Town,
Yeah.
regional, and others. We have the compensation review, which has upscaled the salary packages for healthcare workers, which can track. There are other things like we intend to do some of that in terms of
we intend to do some of that. 10 years plus. You can't use me or Andrew with the same we intend. And pan radar. You can't be a government in the more than a decade and say we intend. This are one of the most important ministry to, you know, one off. Yeah? Different from the finance ministry where disperse the money. And you come with this garbage, brother. Let me show you.
Hospital compounds to improve the housing for staff.
Come on, move from here. Move. Move. Come on. Let me show you what I want, people. Let me show you this. Look here. Look here.
And the Grenadines' Dominic Prince was admitted to the hospital for a heart condition. But for him, the condition at the facility is worse than his heart.
I don't care what anybody wants to say. Sit down on chair. Sit down on chair from yesterday. Right? And they still want me to stay back. I got to sign myself out. I can't live like that. I'm a human being and not a dog. Because you cannot have a person sit down in a chair all night and say you're checking them. It's going to be worse. Yes, man. What can you do for a person sitting in a chair and they don't get comfortable sleep? I'm leaving now.
Frustrated and overworked, these are nurses from the Cornwall Regional Hospital Friday morning protesting what they describe as
special nurses when I talk about them short.
Inhumane working conditions. The nurses insist the challenges predated Hurricane Melissa but have worsened since.
We have to be taking care of patients on the floor. That's not hygienic. Patients sitting on the chair for a week, 3 weeks or more. We don't have enough.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Because you see, and that me tell you, so we don't do tabloid run and so in a tough talk. See, these things are things where it shouldn't even happen. Shouldn't have killed. This man of the worst man never see in a health. If that was the PNP in a power, I mean, I'm playing a politics run now, you know. But you don't see the one of them are PSOJ run out, the court gang. Run out long time and one bag of speech and everybody run out. But these people for sit down for 10+ years, there is no excuse to them. Them are the worst. And if them come and do one thing, then them cut ribbon about we do this. This is bullshit. This is unacceptable. You could have sung in a chair. See the nurse, them are working up. And in there they are working up. You might tell a lie. Them they are working. This is a Canada original. How much weak you sit down in a chair. And hear this.
That's not hygienic. Patients sitting on the chair for a week, 3 weeks or more. We don't have enough bed space to care for our patients effectively. That's not safe for our patients. We're crying out here for our patients and for ourselves.
They lament the nurse-to-patient ratio is too burdensome, putting both.
Look, the nurse-to-patient ratio. Look on the handful of nurse for a big hospital like this. Remember, she said, short.
Both staff and patients at risk.
We, of course, don't have enough staff to manage all of these patients. Sometimes you have one nurse to 50 people, 30.
Not my word. Let me play it back. No, the people, them, when you overburden them soon drop them and dead too, you know. So, you can't think a country run on a lower government for the PR. This is the reality. And the reality me I deal with, you know. Me no business but tough time when I said can't say anything out of him out. But me I tell him say garbage. Yeah? Me I work off for what me I see. Them themselves, the workers, themselves, the nurses come out. I tell you what's the problem. Nobody can call up this to me. The box stop right here. Nobody. You can't tell me otherwise. You go tell some idiot to follow no. Where some idiot Todd said, where them love politics, so them are, you know, the one them are done said always for that tough tongue them, you know. Yeah, Andrew them. Very dunce. When you see this, you put yourself in the people them shoes. Say you where you there, just beam yourself like a Star Trek movie and put yourself down in the people them shoes. Say for you this. Yeah? And you are one of the nurses them are go through this. Or you are one of the patient them. Are your family member them in a this? Because people have got you it. You understand? And when you put yourself in a state, you know, sir, arms us the government to do. This is garbage. This is garbage pile up. You understand? You're the nurse them a ball. Not my word. So tough that you can't go on this. This is the reality. Look at it.
To manage all of these patients, sometimes you have one nurse to 50 people, 30 people.
One nurse.
People makes no sense.
There are currently over 100 patients in the area, and it's supposed to house maybe about 35.
35 and you have over 100. More than 3 times the amount.
Yes, and my nurses have 2 code patients that is provide resuscitative care on the floor.
I resuscitate people. You know, you break the quarter and them resuscitate you, try to bring you back to life. Pan the dirty thinking floor. And these are the reality. And then you have tough to go. We spend the most money because you know what? It's a trash. You know, the dollar devalue. We can't go into some figures with him, but we're not going at that. Yeah? That means taxpayers are paying more money, but no money, nothing for the value. You can't compare to Portia Simpson money neither. And you get value for money anyhow. You understand? The man them run down place and do a PR control shit. When you see the reality with this, you don't want to say anything else. You know what? Here Jamaica stay now. You will see this. And a guy say, Andrew Holness, him come in person. Yes, Prime Minister. And him say something. See, they're right. Like the woman will dress like she a back think. You know back think, right? Yeah, back think. See? She dressed up in a full green, you know, like green on it. And I talk about they deported them. I want to hear from you because the PNP. They hear Marco Rubio telling him to send the worst set of people. And when you check it out of the worst set of people, they want to send. The same thing Andrew them do. Them play upon the people, them they don't set them conscience. And they realize that you put yourself in the same people them should. This are the nurse them attack for Christ's sake. And if them get the chance, them are leave too. And una suffer. And una suffer. You for all government accountable for the arms house here. Continue.
That is inhumane. And at this time, the nurses just cannot take anymore. We even have some rodent infestation. They have communicated.
You know, past that neither Andrew Holness. Or if you have hospital where people say, I your life, you try safe. You try to get better. But you have rodent infestation. How am I ever pass this? Me not tell the place dirty and nasty and think. Eh? When you hear rodent infestation, something not right there, you know. You have a lot of houses, you never see rat tonight. Yeah? But you have some with the rat and thing and about how me live now, how you carry your place. How you carry your place and clean out your place and things. Not saying a place for clean, man. They want a place where dirty with them can and them get them food and them can find some things. If you don't have nothing to offer them, they're nasty. The place and nasty. So them have them welcome. You understand? When you have rodent infestation, just to crown you. Either you rubbish them your thing in your house and then they invite them. This is pure nastiness. You understand? Me to the hospital, them I got seen a rat in them hospital. Yeah. See? You understand? The place not running good. Andrew, I use PR control the mind. You have to get real. Don't play no politics around here. Show them the real thing. Continue. Rodent infestation. That leptospirosis, you know. So you will go down, you are asleep and rat will come out, run out by your mouth and all kind of things that you have a little food put up there. And when you look rat just drop some mess and you eat that. You know leptospirosis. You never go there with it, you know. But you know, put it and it kill you. If they not pick it up fast enough. When you go in a Jamaica hospital, public hospital, make sure 98% of the time you are dead. You have 2% chance of living. Make sure your immune system is strong and you're not going there for certain things. Here, continue.
Anymore. We even have some rodent infestation. They have communicated before, and we still haven't gotten a response.
Then tell them about the rodent infestation and then they got no response.
Patients are also outraged. One visitor from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dominic Prince, was admitted to the hospital for a heart condition. But for him, the condition at the facility.
We could move and go here, so again. This is down there, so. Tough time, look here again. Look here. This is you way.
Is in dire need of specialist nurses. Currently, the public health sector needs close to 2,500 specialized nurses to effect.
People. Me tell you, it's over 2,000 nurses. It's not a joke now, make. Listen how much nurses, and them say specialized, plus it need other nurses too, you know. So when I tell you over 2,000, remember me not do tabloid. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, man. No, man. Skit. You remember when I saw me talk as is, you know. I'm a super granddad. I'm not all about nothing. Me tell them straight. I'm not see no guy who can put up. Number one, you can't come around me much and put a feed from my mouth. That will not work. You know, we don't play them game there. You gotta tell the people as is. Remember me, listen these people. Yeah.
And says the country is in dire need of specialist nurses. Currently, the public health sector needs close to 2,500 specialized nurses to effectively treat patients. Now, as at December 20 2024, it had 1,108. The take-up for some categories of specialist nurses range from anywhere between 2 and a little over 55%. Now, some categories have no nurses at all. During Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing, Dr. Tufton says it's a struggle to hire and even retain critical health workers due to competing markets.
Assess the reason for migration. To some extent, it's influenced by security of tenure. We had too many contracts.
In velocity, you have to have contract, but a security of tenure. And if the people them now get them thing where they might do it and them get something they might leave. Where you do just imply them and them not have a contract. Him say you have too many, he might blame the contract now, we have too many contracts. And the security of tenure, he might blame. You don't realize how this guy work. You don't realize a marketing him do. He blame everything else. Hear this? And play it back.
To some extent, it's influenced by security of tenure. We had too many contracts. People think about retirement and what the benefits will be after they retire. Previous to compensation review, probably half of them were on contracts. So
listen. Even if they employ them, the police them they left them 60, them left. Them left in a job. The nurse them left too. So if I blame contract, that is bullshit. They might look at better life. When you look on the dollar, where 300, remember, Andrew alone could have met the dollar. Gain back strength and stop the value according to him. Come here, thing where him said that the dollar leave from 120 and 121 to 160. Them have them pump over 700 million US. That's the BOJ if you try to get it stabilized to keep it. Them have to pump money in it. Out of the INR. Yeah? National Net Reserve. The Net International Reserve, yes. Yeah? Them have to pump money from that in that to kind of keep it. Because I run over 200 already. And that time make it bad for no. Good thing them have it. This guy not take blame, not even for toilet tissue. Him get away with the whole of these things. Andrew them get away with PR. Yeah? Me your people run and say, uno fully imply, no go so. You can't fully imply and start now put up 700,000 people now have a job. But, them now look at work. When me talk to family member, friend, everybody look at work, there is no work. And me can tell them. And I like, you can't go have grace and put application and send any one of them last one, them are going to take you because there is no job. Place a lockdown. And I like new factory building. Them are build a bag of new factories. And I like, we get some factories from China. So them people will not have a job and you can't count them out. And say, oh, them out of the workforce. So we are calling one of the workforce, we're fully employed. With over 750,000 people not working. That is over 30% of people not working. What are the job force? There is no way, the man not doing good. But you have put a 3.something%. This is bullshit. This is garbage. That is over 30%. If you have 2.8 million people for work, and only 1.4, and then you have over 700,000. And then out of the 1.4, most of them, if you count where the public sector employ, and where the private sector employ, most of them are hustlers. Because them are called the vendor, the one who are chop grass. So majority of that, when them put to work, not even working, them are hustlers too. See? So them are tell lie. And that's the truth. So this government, and remember, if you follow them with the bogus statistic, them now going to do better, Jamaica will not move. It's stuck right in a time warp. Yeah? All right. Continue. Let me hear it.
No entitlements after. The other is compensation. Okay. And the third is normally housing.
Well, inside them, that's the problem, make the nurse leave. So the nurse, them grow up, them live in them house. Them make them money, them rent them place and live in them house. So housing of the government that give all our nurses housing. And about compensation, when I talk about bullshit. And about the about compensation. Yeah? Raise them pay. You talk about compensation and housing and one bag of bullshit. And you much just not working. Continue.
January, the ministry hosted a job fair to fill over 600 vacancies, some of which included the critical care nurses. However, TVJ News understands that the prospects were either not qualified or not interested. Now we put the issue to the health minister.
It could be not qualified, not interested. Because the job fair and get over 12,000 people. Yeah, one nurse, I'm thinking, you know, but you're still one nurse to 50 patients. So them now, it's like them now have the money for really employ them. So when them do these things is a yo. Because them people here, them a recycle Google Gaga, them recycle guys Smiley, hey, them recycle bag of nastiness, you know. Them recycle crappy. When you say scrappy, you're not talking about metal crappy. Them recycle some nastiness, it's unbelievable. Yeah? But forget the people who actually do the job. For Jamaican people, yeah, you're not getting them. See, hear this.
System hired about 60 persons.
I'll not tell. When they do the job fair, I did 7 doctors and 5. This is how I'm lie. This is how I'm lie. Because 7 doctors and 5 nurses them hire. Out of 20. Hey, come on, move from there. Come, move. Me know I foolishness with you. I'm going to play this.
Friday, according to Dr. Tufton, brutish behavior in the society is becoming the norm even in the healthcare system. TVJ's Felicia Williams reports.
Nurses have been leaving the island in droves in recent times to find better opportunities overseas. Among the reasons driving them out of the island, low wages. But speaking to nursing students from the University of Technology in Montego Bay, St. James on Friday, Dr. Christopher Tufton had this message.
If you don't have an emotional connection with the people that you provide leadership or service to in public health, you lose them altogether. And I'm saying that to you to say to you as nurses, please, I beg you, if you do nothing else, prepare to get a B rather than an A, but study and throw yourself and demonstrate compassion in the service that you deliver.
Brother, him talk about himself a while and then him say message to the nurses. Here where him just say a while. Hear this, here where him just say, hear this. Here where him say, listen here.
Nurses have been leaving the island in droves in recent times to find better opportunities overseas. Among the reasons driving them out of the island, low wages. But speaking to nursing students from the University of Technology in Montego Bay, St. James on Friday, Dr. Christopher Tufton had this message.
If you don't have an emotional connection with the people that you provide leadership or service to in public health, you lose them altogether.
Then know yourself that's why you lose them. And him said to the nurse them, but that's how I got it. And yourself as a leader, if you not that's why you lose them so much nurse I go away. Here and now, he must say to the nurse them. But I'm saying if I talk about, you know, him not deal with them right, you know. Hear this.
And I'm saying that to you to say to you as nurses, please, I beg you, if you do nothing else, prepare to get a B rather than an A, but study and throw yourself and demonstrate compassion.
Them to demonstrate compassion, I'm saying. He doesn't talk about himself and turn it to the nurses. Him own self. When not demonstrate compassion with them. When those are saying and it dedicate to himself as a leader, you know. Yeah, as a minister. And him turn it to the nurse and we're going to get. May I tell you that a guy is sick.
In the service that you deliver each day.
According to Dr. Tufton, at a time when there have been numerous altercations between nurses and patients, the profession cannot be just about collecting a paycheck.
Yeah, I'm self-employed about nurses and patients. Some blame the nurses now. Hear this, hear this.
You're not going to be able to deal with what I, who used to teach marketing and sales, would describe as...
That is him! You hear what him do? Teach marketing and sales. He's a sales guy in the marketing. Me tell him a long time. It a come from the ass's mouth. Remember, me not the tabloid. We could have looked him up and said that him do. But me like when them said me play it. You want to teach? Yeah. So that's him I use one of them. Hear this.
Patients, the profession cannot be just about collecting a paycheck.
You're not going to be able to deal with what I, who used to teach marketing and sales, would describe as the customer from hell.
Yeah.
You know who the customer from hell is? The most disagreeable client that you can come across, objecting to everything you say, but you still have to provide a service.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the right approach and attitude, a fight I got broke in the hospitals.
No, a fight I broke with you. You hear this? Look here. He might tell them about fight, him turn everything to them when him attack. Let me show you something. Fight I broke in the hospital and people attack the truth hospital. Look here. Tough time when I do my show, them have to complete, you know. With things where, you know, we not play around us in the hospital. Let me see this. Yeah? I'm going to show you something. Yeah, nurses demonstrate in the hospital. I leave that alone. Well, I want, watch this. I'll show you something. I'll show you something in the hospital. I'm going to show you some. I'm going to show you in the hospital here. Farmouth Hospital, lady kill, part 2. Man die, yeah. Sangster Airport. All right, leave that one there. I be a thing that upon a man die in the hospital. All right, let me do that one here. Let me look at me.
A sobering video of Gifford Henry drawing his last few breaths on this earth last Thursday. It still haunts his family and friends.
Stressed, tired, disappointed, frustrating. Just a few of the adjectives used to describe the way I'm feeling presently. This and the disturbing news to learn the distress that my father went through at the Lionel Town Hospital. He just went there just to get assistance. I mean, that facility is there to assist you when you need help. You're sick, you go to the hospital for treatment, right? You go to the hospital, you're expected to come out back better than the way you went there.
The dead man's loved ones said the brutal irony is that Mr. Henry, as an active member of the Community Citizens Association, lobbied political representatives to supply nebulizers to public health facilities in Clarendon. But on the night in question, he himself could not get one of those very machines as his asthma condition worsened.
Him and the man who come here and beg the council, say me that like for get even 2 for the Lionel Town Hospital. And when me hear say I hit him go figure use and like some negligent and him not get through and him die, him not really get the assistance to him forget, me feel cut up about you.
He was a champion for the community, a voice for the community. He was never afraid to stand up and defend what he thought was right for the community.
The leadership of the hospital, when contacted, explained a meeting was planned at which time they would get a brief on the case. The son of the deceased wants the authorities to use the case to again look into the practices at public hospitals.
I'm just using this medium to reach out to the general public, relevant authorities, everyone. Just take a deeper look into this and see how our people, our citizens, are being treated at these facilities. I mean, if somebody die on a floor, that is blatant negligence.
But what about the alleged threats?
All right, so tough tongue. Remember, me have the one of the prove them all the hospital theater about nurse, you know. Nobody. No, right, look at KPH. Look on this. Let me give a couple look at things about your hospital. We are going to get you there.
Yeah, so I fix drop down
Look
on
at
the elderly
KPH.
man and bed.
People have come back to us.
See that?
Look
Need
there.
repair. condition is really terrible, see there? Nearly kill the whole elderly man in them bed, see there? Water system, roof, don't look good.
Look on them with this award.
Government of Jamaica need to step in and do something where this is concerned.
Rain and fall, KP, sit down. Look on the floor, people. After you know, I foolishness we do, you know. When you spend the most money and then make one bag attack and one them this and that, but it's garbage. Me, I show you the reality. Yeah? Remember talking to me, nothing to me, you know. You understand? This means something to me. This is how the people them have got through. You understand? And when government talk to you about it, look at Tough Town. Look at. Look at. That's how it is.
Hold on. Where you want this to go?
I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah, this is
I need something to wipe, but I have to use the bathroom right now.
Yeah, but you need to tissue.
I've been asking for tissue since I've been here.
Yeah, but this is not.
And there's still no tissue in any of the bathrooms. I've been asking for tissue since I've been here. I've been asking for tissue. No one's giving me any tissue. I also need another diaper. I need another diaper and I need some tissue. I've been asking for tissue since I've been here, and now she mad because
she lose a baby, you know. And them now have no tissue. And Tough Town come and attack, say, have tissue, and people, they come and man outside and leave the tissue out about. In a little dirty thinking place then.
I'm using paper towels. What else am I supposed to do? Can I have a diaper, please? This shouldn't be like pulling teeth.
This is. We don't provide those personal things for patients.
How am I supposed to know that when I'm not from here?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
Them not produce, them not promote, them not have these things for patients. Them don't. You understand? Them don't. So this is what I tell him. You know, me have them, you know. Me have them. So Tough Town, see in a corner there are people them that live at Tough Town. Well, look. Look. All the attack and I show outside. So the people them that live. That live. Look how the place dirty, no must have a rat. Look on the ground. I don't think that's something them here. Eh? Them are Jamaicans. And this. Alright. Yeah. Look how people stay in the hospital. Eh? But you're still there. I can't go there $500 you know.
Alright, I'll fire down there ground and whatever, like you want me to come out for give me. I'm going.
$500 for the bed, you know. For that, for lie down pan, you know. I do it still there for so man stand up on it. I just say them lie down pan and just say them sleep. Don't fall a Tough Town. When them come and then them blame. And then this is the first time in our history America ever give a country travel advisory for your health system. Without a pandemic or nothing, you know. Nothing. Normal time. And here Tough Town say no. Because here what Tough Town say no. Make sure you say no where I say. Hear this. Hear this.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin. Health Minister says U.S. medical trumped the advisory and negative light on the country's health.
Tough Town said at the health advisory of the negative light. And let me tell you something with the health advisory people. Let me explain this to them. When you have a US who have the biggest, with most people, 2.8 million people, then Canada have the biggest set of tourists go to Jamaica, right? US, then Canada, and then you have Europe too. And different, because enough people leave from Canada go there at the time. US have 2.8 million, right? Canada have enough, maybe some of a million. Canada have enough too, right? Go there, whether pan cruise or them go there. And when the US can put out a health advisory to them people, and that stop, that mash up the tourism, that they shrink it down. Yeah, and that's why I see them run up and down and them do PPR for their life. But what people them are suffer. Yeah. And if you listen to the voucher when I show, and to them go pay for Jamaica as the most peaceful Caribbean country. Now people who travel the Caribbean, you know, say them have Cayman as the third most peaceful, the best destination. Not Jamaica. Jamaica, they are 15 out of 15. 15. Last. Jamaica, Haiti, and Trinidad are 3 worst country. We are Jamaican, but this. We are Canadian Jamaican. But this, listen, Jamaica, Haiti, and Trinidad are 3 worst country in the Caribbean. Hands up or down, and that's the truth. You have to speak truth to power. So we don't play politics with these things. We go a lot of the country, them, a lot of the Caribbean country, them. We go to Trinidad, we keep things at Trinidad. If you look, you see, look here. Let me show you, hey, these are, me just fly over Haiti, but I never want to go down to Haiti. I never want to go to Haiti yet. But I will show you. Because, you know, me not do tabloid. I do not do tabloid. Look here. Look here. We alone some. I'll show you something. I might think them documented, you know, in Trinidad. Might think them documented. All right, look here. Who this not Trinidad? See me here? Look. Let me tell you something. Look. We alone some once again. You see what me there? We in a Port of Spain, Trinidad. What me there, brethren? You see? Look. Look. I see Mercedes there. This is Trinidad. See? Leonard over there, sir. Leonard! Where's the Holness? Now, President Leonard are doing things. I'm showing on the place. Look, watch me. You see? Him say me I'm Independent Square, and if you look over here, so you see over there? And when you do something, I look there, so now you see, you can't see the clock, you see? See? So right now, we're not Port of Spain, we're going to chill out. So we touch back a yard, yeah? Alright, so my thing I'm documented, me not make a joke. Me know Trinidad. Go out Trinidad. Me I go Trinidad over 3 decades. Long time I go Trinidad. Long time. From way back. We I go Trinidad long time. So not like me say the worst Trinidad, Jamaica, Haiti, the 3 worst places. But Andrew them no run go pay people to come and talk shit. When you have a health system, when you get a travel advisory far, right? That are gonna stop tourism. Them are get raped in the exclusive hotel long in Jamaica. Them know rape. Them get harassed and rape. And that's something that I documented. You understand? So when them do PR, me not gonna PR. Them place me go a lot of these places. Then him couldn't go put up something about the most peaceful place. We are tell that. Me go a lot of place. Me know Trinidad run, me know Jamaica run, me know enough of them either. Can me go there. Documented. Me know just chat. See? But I follow me when I say man in wilderness, you know. The man in wilderness travel the world too. I know places, I know people. That's why my phone line champ can just take up and call and dial some place and talk to people same time. We no burn bridge. We no do like we do them though. Can't trick we, you know, come there everywhere. I'm the win. See? I'm the win. We not have nothing to prove. You understand? When you hear this come up, you know, so the man start blame something else. Sometimes run the place run it down. So you see him come up and we spend the most money that have nothing. You spend the most that's why people hold you accountable. You spend the most money. A marketing man not doing, you know, but you still have aspirin in a hospital. People sit down in a chair for 3 weeks, that's my word, the nurse. And the nurse tell me I follow not what him say. In a chair. Remember brother leave from up here and go down there, go dead. In the last year of October. He come up here and leave September and go down there, go dead in October. Can't believe. Hear this.
Shane Masters, and here are the details. We begin with a response this afternoon from Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton about the U.S. advisory warning travelers about the poor state of the country's public health care system. As you'll hear in this report, the minister is renewing his call for the implementation of tax, which he believes can help to fix the problem.
The healthcare ministry says the recent U.S. travel advisory has created a negative impact on the country's health system on the international scene. The advisory issued on Tuesday urged U.S. citizens to reconsider travel to Jamaica due to crime and medical services. Americans were told that emergency services and hospital care vary throughout Jamaica, and response times and quality of care may vary from U.S. standards. The U.S. government says public hospitals in Jamaica are under-resourced and cannot always provide high-level or specialized care. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says the issues in the health sector cannot be looked at in a silo.
No, it cannot be looked at in a silo. Yeah, where I come with now? Me tell you, say, every year when you play tough tongue, you teach marketing, brother. But remember, you know, me in a music so long, I believe with the whole broadcasting, the whole thing, then when you are the marketing, I like a baby thing to me, you know, brother. They sit through the whole of you know. Me just have like me having up on a stage a beat to you know, whip you know. Cause I will not come with a, I remember that little power. So I use the same marketing thing where I have that in a marketing and him teach that, and that him I do. And Andrew to him study political science. Him study social science or part of political science too, and everything mixed up. So these are what them do plan for this telling no lies. And then play upon people conscience. So when them come and them can grab me with something and them see it hook, you notice them hook you with Clarks, and I forget rid of the Clarks. And then them hook you with Radam, and I get rid of that too. And them hook you with something, them always look at outline like choose Jamaica. Them use outline, them not, you know, see political party do these kind of things because these are what them I use, them do marketing. And the people I use that. You know, them, and they have some dunce, some real dunce people. Will get up and follow them. And that's why them use a term, you know, bright people and college people listening to them. Me a dead man, brighter than me, everybody, daddy food brighter than you, dead man Mackenzie. Daddy food, my grandson brighter than you. Me have not asked you, you right. I must say like face them right. So this is how them use the marketing style. And you blame something else also. He blame the nurse. Me doesn't blame the nurse them for something else about patient. And then he blame something else. Because he continue to blame him and he don't realize that the truth comes straight. Like go all over the place. So him always blame something. When the girl talk, he blame people like thief out of the paper. When the baby them dead, he blame something else. Yeah? You know, don't let. So this is what him do. But put all of the blame when blame together, you know what say much bullshit. Yeah? You say you spend the most money, it's supposed to be clean, efficient, and I run good, and we're supposed to full staff. Uncle Jabby, him for doing, you know. Let me tell you, Uncle Jabby, man. I have to make sure because him say have the money. It's to make sure the hospital them are run efficiently. Full staff, equipment, and medication. And run it. Just that alone. Always full staff, medication, and everything. And remember, you know, and the equipment. Them for up and running. So no theater not supposed to down. You have wawa and you know wait till when something down, you service it. Some bed for change your back. And him now do nothing, none of the above him now do. You understand? Medication supposed to come in and run and just that alone. You don't need, him no need to do no PRN because you don't see it. So when you go to the hospital, let me come out and say, boy, yeah, the nurse, them all right, make sure them take care of. So when them come out, them supposed to come and say, boy, Jamaica like first class, that and that. Not him at all, not the government. The government have, let me tell you something, if the government at work, For you to see, them no need for the PR. Because people in that video, they see everything what them a do. Me I show the hospital, they see something different. Yeah? When them get the travel advisory, turn for Jamaica, so them come with PR. Hear this. It's a garbage.
Issue is a lot more complex than it appears in a release or an advisory. The solution can't be that we must do more. The solution has to recognize why there is an inadequacy to the extent that there is.
So him recognize that no, the solution can't be we for the more. But they're not doing nothing. Me not say them do something, them not do nothing. Zero zilt, nothing. When do like have a building where I look about for 10 years, and then him have some minions go take the picture and look on the outside and show you. But our people them judge you by your looks, you know. Jamaica, them fool your fat. That's why the man in the building is, you know what it look. I like my 2 pocket, you know, bush jacket style, you know, yes, bush jacket. You know what? My father used to wear bush jacket them too, you know. Ex manly, yes. So I wear, I like my 2 pocket, like now we have my bush jacket, you know. See? Knowledge and power. See? You think kind of thing though. You think kind of thing. This is where him use and trick the people them all the time. He might tell you a different solution than when him talking. He might talk about if him talk stories. And looking at silo. But who talk to him not telling him about you contradict yourself, brother. You say you spend the most money, I say this. The man you do a building and them have the minion them so fool that them will come and take the picture of the building. Look, him a work. Brother, a building without full staff, it's not even a hospital. You just call it a clinic. And if have one little nurse, I call it that. I call it a little post, a little medical post. Now watch how the building big. It don't make no sense, it don't serve the purpose. It don't make no sense to have a big building and paint it up and make it look good to the eyesight. These are all our people fool. You will go and sell them a car. The car, all it them 500,000 miles. And you just wash out the engine. Wash it, make it look good. Hammer all the wheel. And hear them. You clean and you say, give me 2 mil. Especially if a BM also. If them have the money, then buy it on the smart. It clean. Them no look on the speedometer. Them no look set down over 500. Say the engine dead, you know. It's an old engine. It's an old car. This is a banger. This can't sell for that money. This is a scrap. Yeah? And this car, if you buy back a brand new engine or work, I bet you just buy a car where I work and done. Because that car don't come by any time. The engine gone. The engine do it time. It's dead. It's a granny engine. That don't make no sense. But you look on the seat. Not the engine where I carry on the wheel. The wheel can have dry rot and you send it, you know, so I'm around it. Then you look on the date at the time of the tire if it expire. You hear me, I tell you? Our people that. So them look for how you look. So that's why jacket and tie, you see me in a jacket and tie are the evilest thing that invented to trick you. Because with jacket and tie, you see it nothing in a church. I remember you have a lot of them a pedophile and them thing there in a church. I don't care me speak truth to power. Yeah? Them minister and them love wear jacket and tie, but not for them under the jacket and tie. They are criminals. And they are tricksters and lie and pedophile and all kind of things. They are tricksters. Meanwhile, me come ragamuffin and come in a Ganzi alone and think, you say, him look ragamuffin, man. And a guy will put on jacket and tie. Right away you take the bait. It's a good thing we have the knowledge and the experience, you know. So man used to approach the people then. Bush jacket. Does him shirt like this. He not approaching a bag of no jacket and tie. Leave that to Andrew them and them guy. They dress up and like trick people and both tie. We don't do that. We keep it real. And our people easy for misled by that. And by articulate speaking. You know? So them so like, you know, the Queen English and you're well dressed up and you say, yes, I'm on the D-step. Me right now, I'm the criminal, you know. And the man will come to you natural and just easy. If you notice, the richest set of man them in the world, them like Look how them dress. And no bag no funny thing, no bag no gold and nothing, you know. The richest set them take your money. Them sell the gold. Them sell the things. Them dress in a little jeans pants and put on a little, put on a little, just a little t-shirt. Most of the time, and I like we won't put on a jacket and tie, you know. But we don't put it on like we just get up and put it on because not gonna do that. You understand? Because maybe when them are going to say, right, you want your dress a formal way. We not bother with it. Let's jump on a blazer when we're ready. Nah, but I put on the tie neither. No signify nothing to me. Don't signify, you know, tricks and things. Hear him with them lies. Hear him with them tricks, yeah.
And how collaboration between public, private, and indeed between jurisdictions can address that inadequacy.
Oh, you talk about collaboration with public and private. You are the minister for the public hospital. Me have a private hospital where me a collaborate with you for. And when you talk about jurisdiction, where America collaborate with you for. You have a sovereign nation. Yes, so when I talk about shit again, these people can't, because you notice we can't stop at them thing and throw me off, you know. This is what I'm doing all the time. In play with them mind who are interviewing and say, well, you talk about collaboration. You have something, you get a budget, you have a budget, you tax the people in Jamaica and then you talk about collaboration. You get a budget to work with, and for you run the things, you're not running it. Up on you with $500 million, I know we don't know where it's spent. Be things in going with, I show you building. And some people are buying 2 years, how we are built up on the top. Fucking fool. Come on now, man. Yeah.
And it holds true for Jamaica as it does for many other small island states within the region. And indeed,
people, small island state not get a travel advisory. He might talk to me and think, will I tell me about small island state? Cayman have state of that, me go to Cayman, and Cayman never, Cayman right now have state of the art thing. Me there Cayman, you know. I want to go Cayman. Back nowadays, mosquito bite me up, and me not go back to Cayman, because them have some long foot mosquito. When Virginia, I tell me, say, if you come back Cayman, I tell loads of me change, and I say, because we have to use curtain, them kind of curtain thing there, mesh. See, and them, because them have the long foot mosquito. See, me show you, me there Cayman. Yeah, me show them, look here. Me use that in one of my videos now. Them, look here. Me might show you something. Yeah. Remember, me tell you some I think them documented a long time. Long time I go Cayman. You know how long I go Cayman? Decades, me not going decades. Me not go Cayman. Let me show you something. Let me show them something while I'm there. Let me stop this. Look at that video. Look at them trying to stop me. Look here. I say welcome to Cayman when we shoot the long time in a Cayman. Look at. Look at. Look at. See right? Look, Cayman has come up now. Look. Look. Cayman now, Cayman. All right. So let me stop the picture with Cayman. This video, you see me all over the place. You see me in Barbados, you see me in Cayman, you see me in the UK, you see me in the US, you see me in that video, yeah. Because you know, like you have footage where you use, yeah? Let me show you, let me show you. Right? I see, me drop a lawsuit. You see, tell loan some system return, look. See that? Loan some still await sound system return. Now one of them paper there in England, yes. I'm going to drop a lawsuit for one of my party where him out all, so I'm going to just drape him up through the court and take me thing and him owe me a lot of food, and you know, you have a serious, you know. Yeah, that alone, so me laugh and do things. Me not take that. You understand? This way my talk is bullshit. This is garbage also. See? Cayman and the third rank on the list of the most friendly country, you know. Peaceful country. Cayman. Jamaica, they're like 15. But yesterday they put out Jamaica. Or even put over Cayman. Side away. And put over against them islands when me go and know them. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. Me go them place them. Me know them place them. Curacao, and that don't on the list. Them place a nice place too. But go them place them can't tell me nothing. See? Him can't tell me that. And I like the place them change. We go down to them place them not change. Jamaica not ready yet. Jamaica is a criminal place. It's a narco state under Andrew Holness administration. You come off of me thing because you say you talk about foolishness. But for tax this and tax that. That is garbage. I play some tune this morning and the people them never want me go away, you know. Come here play some tune the boy early this morning the place. Remember some earth strong. Hey, when I hey Tony. Never message to you, no brother. Never message to you. Let me talk to you. Remember, see the week this week does start. No, we not. Hey, when you see me thing around, who now come on the show and go and support 2 tickets. See the details them are on the screen there, you know. So when I watch it, you not ask me about nothing. Yeah? With some people I want to support. But when I have to drop anything from now, because I remember when I have this week, then the other week, you know, so I'm sure that. So we now have no time left. See? Remember play my show yesterday? Yeah, Tony we have a chat to you, you know, right now. We don't have no time left now about no wait nothing at all. You know. Easy. Remember, say at the 20, I'm a strong, yeah? Not the Monday, the other Monday. So you know, say, Monday I come here, you know, say, I'm a strong, but Friday, I'm a show. Friday, I'm a show. So you know, say, we don't have no time left. Say, for, we not see you, you know, we not see you yet, you know. I have so much I want there, I'm not seeing you yet, you know. Good one on there. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yes, HB love. Yeah, man. Oh, Zale. Where you say, your dad used to cut same way? Yes. Okay. Yeah, man. And so we keep it real on here, you know. So, when you know it go already, we don't have no time left for me show me I go and enjoy. Hey. When me get mad one, I go play some tune and calm down my head for my city. Because I know Pat I watch it now, Pat, then for come make one bag of things and go on with one bag of things later, you know. Pat, big up yourself, yo. Play answer my brother, man. I'm a brother, you know. Pat, I feel my heart strong to the... Alright, so the 20th, I'm heart strong. We'll keep the show up on the 24th. I Pat heart strong that too, you know. Yes, like, it look like a tuna one, don't it? Yeah, man, so I'm going to enjoy some music and thing. I'm going to drop some tune, you see. So I go around there, so when I'm away alone, so I'm on TikTok, but I go on there, so you know, so he's a musical professor. Serious thing, no every genre music, yeah? So when you're around there, so you know it go. Yeah, man. No problem, but say for me, I did their work, me say you want to support you buy your 2 ticket. What it depends like see there, you know. So you see me Zelle, you see Zelle there, you see e-transfer in Canada, and you see PayPal. So go and support the thing. See it right in front of you there. With the Fred, you're there too, you know. See it right in front of you. So even already there, you can go and enjoy, you know, say no dead body, you know, say right. Load some earth strong that you go and support. If you're not there, we still buy 2 tickets or do something, yeah? So go and support the thing. Yeah, man. Where's someone play that tune the last time to my friend? I'm full. Me loaded, you know. Me loaded, man. Me have the tune there, man. Me never have them way there, man. Yeah, we can't go teach them about music. And then you have enough man in a reggae music where them do them because selected and them don't know, sir. They taught soul music, you know, R&B. Remember, we had the teacher, you know, man, we had professor and the thing, you know. You can't go calypso, you can't go anything with him. You go rhythm and blues, anything at all. Disco, this, you have them, you know. You understand? And we're tough. We're tough, you know. See? We're tough around there, so no. All right. We don't do nothing, you know, because we're there, you know. Remember a few days we have left. All right? We're there. Go and support. We're there here later. I'm out.
We in lump sum, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in and them and again. None of them boy, we none of them. We in lump sum, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in and them and again. None of them boy, we none of them. We alone some rise up the bomber day.
I'm not tough, not a Judas, them a backstabber. I'm gonna my wife, and she straight beauty and glamour. No guy can walk to name me with no dagger. Maybe the heart of Mandela, but the mind of a Zama in the mold. Like a bull man, we send us the jammer. Lyrically inclined, be a metaphor, so no listen to lyrics line to line. Become a lyrical fighter, put up in the rhythm, they want some more hole in a hater. Lyrically inclined.